Hello student, welcome to third year. We are from Devi Mahalakshmi Polytechnic Titwada, Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. Fifth semester, subject Operating System, subject code 22516. Myself, Miss Anita Shirture. The total marks are given here. Theory 100 marks. 100 marks is divided into two parts, the 70 marks and the 30 marks. 70 marks for the theory end semester ESE and 30 marks for PA, which included the 20 marks for unit test and 10 marks for micro project. Practical is for 50 marks and 25 marks for PRESE and 25 marks for PRPA. PA is the progressive assessment. Learning outcome of this video: first, what is operating system? Second, components of operating system. Third, functions of operating system. Now we will see chapter 1, overview of operating system. Then first, what is operating system? An operating system is an interface between a computer user and a computer hardware and controls the executions of all kinds of programs. An operating system is a software which performs all the basic tasks like file management, memory management, process management, handling input and output, and controlling the peripheral devices such as disk drive and the printer. A more common definition is that the operating system is the one program running at all times on the computer, with all else being application programs. It is concerned with the allocations of resources and services such as memory, processor, devices and information. Figure shows the operating system. Every computer must have an operating system to run the other programs. The operating system coordinates the use of the hardware among the various system programs and application programs for various users. It simply provides an environment within which the programs can do useful work. The purposes of this OS: it controls the allocations and use of the computer system resources among the various users and tasks. It provides an interface between the computer hardware and the programmer that simplifies and makes feasible for coding, creation, debugging of application programs. The functions of OS is hardware, operating system, applications and the user. Some popular operating systems include Linux operating system, Windows operating system, VMS, OS/400, AIX and Z/OS, etc. Now we discuss about the operating system. Then um, I think some questions are here. You think about the questions answer and then give me the answer. Question number 1, what is operating system? Option is there. The first option, it acts as an interface between the hardware and application programs. Option B, it is a collection of programs that manage the hardware resources. Option 3, it is a system service provider to the application programs. Option D is all of the above. Student, think about answer. Question number 2, what is called the starting up on operating system? The first is the formatting, second is the booting, third is the starting and fourth is the entering. Question number 3, the operating system is the most common type of dash dash software. The option is application, option second communication, third option word processing and option fourth the system. I hope you have got all answers. You can just check it on next slide. Answer of MCQs. Question 1 answer all of the above. Question 2 answer booting. Question 3 answer system software. Next topic is components of operating system. The components of an operating system play a key role to make a variety of computer system parts work together. The important role in OS, the first is the kernel. Then the kernel gives one of the most fundamental level of control over all the computer's hardware devices. The kernel is the central component of an operating system. It is the component of the operating system that loads initially and it lingers in main memory. It manages memory accessibility for programs in the RAM. It establishes which programs get access to the which hardware resources. It establishes or resets the CPU's operating status for optimum operations in all times. Next is the user interface. It is everything created into an information device with which an individual might interact. The user interface is generally described as a shell and it is vital if human communication is to be supported. The user interface checks out the directory, framework and request services from the OS that will obtain information from input hardware devices and demands operating system services to display prompt, status messages and such on output hardware devices. Next, file system. A file system is normally organized into directories for easy navigations and uses. These directories may contain files and other directions. An operating system does the following activities for file management. It keeps track of information, location, uses, status, etc. The collective facilities are often known as a file system. Decides that who gets the resources, then allocates the resources and deallocates the resources. Some questions regarding this topic. First is, what is the first process launched by the Linux kernel? First is the boot process, second init process, third batch process and fourth is the zombie process. Third is dash 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 is called as a programs in execution. First option process, second option procedure, third option function and fourth is the instruction. Question number third. User friendly systems are first option required for ops, second easy to develop, third only allowed to OS and fourth becoming more common. First question's answer is init process, second question's answer is process and third answer becoming more common. Following are some of important functions of an operating system: memory management, process management, device management, file management, security, etc. Then we will discuss about some topics. The first function is the memory management. Memory management refers to the management of the primary memory or main memory. Main memory is a large array of words or bytes where each word or byte has its own address. The main memory provides a fast storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. For a program to be executed, it must in the main memory. An operating system does the following activities for memory management. The first is the keep tracks of primary memory, that is what part of it are in use by whom what part are not in use. In multiprogramming, the OS decides which process will get memory, when and how much. Then allocates the memory when a process requests it to do so. And then last, the deallocates the memory when a process no longer needs it or has been terminated. Next topic is process management. In multiprogramming environment, the operating system decides which process gets the processor when and for how much time. This functions is called process scheduling. Some activities included in the process management, that is, keep tracks of processor and status of process. The program responsible for this task is as known as a traffic controller. In this, allocates the processor, that means CPU, to a process, and then next is the deallocates processor when a process is no longer the required. In this, process is a program in executions. The process creations and deletions are included here. Processes suspension and resumptions are here. After that, the synchronization, communications and deadlock handlings are occurred in the process management. Next is the input-output device management. An operating system manages devices' communication via their respective drivers. It does the following activities for the device management. The first, the keep tracks of all devices. Program responsible for this task is known as the input-output controller. The second is the decided which process gets the device when and for how much time. Then the disk management functions such as the free space management, storage allocation, fragmentations and removable head schedulings. Consistent, convenient and software to input-output devices interface through the buffering, caching, custom drivers for each device. In this, allocates the device in the efficient way and deallocates the devices. Next is the file management. A file system is normally organized into directories for easy navigation and uses. These directories may contain files and other directions. In these, keep track of information, locations, uses, status, etc. The collective facilities are often known as file system. In these, decide who gets the resources and allocates the resources as well as deallocate the resources. In a file is a set of related information which is should defined by its creator. It commonly represents programs, both source and object forms, and data. Data files can be numeric, alphabetic or alphanumeric. Some functions are included in file management. First is the file and directory creation and deletions. Next, the file mapping files onto the secondary storage as well as for manipulating the files and directories also, and backup files on stable storage media. Then next is the network management. It is the process of administrating and managing the computer networks. It includes the performance management, fault analysis, provisioning of network and maintaining the quality of services. A distributed system is a collection of computer or processor that never share their own memory or clock. In this type of system, all the processors have their local memory and the processor communicate with each other using the different communication lines like fiber optics or telephone lines. The computers in the network are connected through a communication network which can be configured in the number of different ways. The functions of a network management. Distributed systems help you to various computing resources in size and functions. They may involve microprocessor, mini computers, and many general purpose computer systems. A distributed systems also offers the user access to the various resources the network shares. It helps to access the shared resources that help computation to speed up or offers data availability and reliability. Often built on top of the file system, the TCP/IP, IPX, IPNG. The second is the connections routing strategies. The communication mechanisms are here. Then the data and process migrations. Now some questions are here. The first is the input output is a dash dash in a system performance. The first option is major factor, second is minor factor, third does not matter, and fourth none of the mentioned. Second questions. The number of processes completed per unit times is known as the dash dash dash. First is the output, second is the throughput, third efficiency, and fourth is the capacity. Question number third. Which happens the first authorizations or the authentications? The first options authorization, second option authentication, third authorization and authentications are same. Option fourth none of the mentioned. Next is the views of an OS. We can view an operating system as a resource allocator. These system resources may be required to solve a problem. CPU time, memory space, file storage space, input output devices, etc. The operating system acts as a manager of these resources and allocates them to a specific programs and users as a necessary for their tasks. Since there may be many possibly conflicting requests for resources, the operating system must decide which requests are allocate resources to operate the computer system fairly and efficiently. It is a control program. This program controls the execution of user programs to prevent errors and improper use of the computer. There are three views of an operating system. The first is the application view, second system view, and third is the implementation view. In application view, the execution environment provides the programs with the processor time and memory space that it needs to run. The execution environment provides interfaces through which a program can use a network, storage, input output devices, and other system hardware components. In this, the isolated running programs from one another and prevents undesirable interactions among them. Next is the system view. The operating system manages the hardware resources of a computer system. In these, resources include processors, memory, disks, and other storage devices, networks, interface, input-output devices such as the keyboard, mice, and monitors, and so on. The operating system allocates resources among running programs. It controls the sharing of resources among the programs. The OS itself also uses resources which it must share with application programs. The third types of the view of OS, implementation view. The OS is an concurrent real-time programs. In this, concurrency arises naturally in an OS when it supports concurrent application and because it must interact directly with the hardware. The hardware interactions also impose the timing constraint. The execution environment provided by the OS includes a variety of abstract entities that can be manipulated by a running programs. For example, files and file systems, address space, processes and threads, and sockets and pipes are here. Thank you.